Black-White Soul, and welcome to my review of SmackDown. Boom. Right, show kicks off with a slightly depressed Edge and Christian coming out. They're annoyed that they were used in bringing back the Authority. A weird video plays of the J&J security getting out of their limo, and their limo driver treads in poo. They then come out and say they've got a letter from the Authority, read it saying blah 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 blah. We're not connected, we're not responsible for the attack that happened on Edge and Christian, so you can't sue us. And they're there to keep an eye on them. Pointless start segment. They made a few matches for later on in the show, because they're still in charge. And then this led to some just comedy moments of Edge and Christian making the Authority guys do a 5-minute pose in the back, going to a female toilet, drawing on the office that they were making ready for the Authority, even though they're in a different arena every night. Yeah, this is a waste of Edge and Christian. They did the best they could with it, but it was just, we don't know really what to do for a storyline of this show. Either that or they overbooked Edge and Christian, and yeah, disappointing, pointless, there's no need for them to be here whatsoever. Our opening match was a big surprise. Bray Wyatt versus Eric Rowan. Why is this, like, you threw away the Luke and Eric match, now you're throwing away Eric and Bray. They could have built this up, they could have had Eric save someone from Bray, they could have had it as a mini little feud. Especially because it seems that Bray Wyatt's thing with Dean Ambrose is going to be finishing Monday. But yeah, this Bray starts off by sort of, don't you remember me? Lay down for me, lay down. And Eric, no, fighting back, and this was actually a fairly decent match. I have to admit, it made Eric look stronger than Bray, but they both sort of took and gave some good moves. But the finish came with Bray just getting into Eric's head and was just like, I'm sorry boy, don't you remember me, I'm sorry, and then Sister Abigail. Bray does a promo saying, if I'm willing to do that to you, it's like, you didn't do much to Eric, you just gave him your signature move. It's not like you sort of took him off, cut off his head, beat him down with a weapon, you just hit your finisher and won a match. That's not exactly much of a threat against Dean Ambrose. But his promo does make it look very much like this ambulance match will be their final match. Which I'm happy with. This feud has just fizzled. The matches have been good when we got to them, but they've all had like screwy finishes. And just, I don't know, these two just have not clicked in a promo style way. Our second match is a 6-man tag. Golden Stardust with Adam Rose in his first heel match. The Usos, the new tag team champions. And R-Truth. Combined together in their might. It's a decent match, everyone gets a shot in, everyone looks good. Adam Rose gets the pinfall. This match was, the only reason for this match existing was to show that Adam Rose is really a heel. Because when he gets pinned, the Rosebuds attack the Usos, but the Usos fend them off and they look strong in the ring. So yeah, didn't do anything for Golden Stardust, just showed that Adam Rose is now a heel, and that's it. Big Show versus Ryback, it's what you expect from these two big guys, sort of slow-paced. They get in their decent moves, but we get the distraction finish. At least with Rusev it's a bit better, because a giant flag drops down, so of course that will be distracting. But Ryback properly sort of gets out the ring, stands on the apron, completely has his back to the Big Show, and then he gets punched in the back of the head and counted out. So that doesn't really make Ryback look very intelligent, does it now? Rusev goes for the attack after the match, but Ryback manages to get his wits about him, fend him off, knock him out the ring. And yeah, we've still got these two big guys heading for a big collision. This is actually one of the matches I'm excited for at the moment, because I don't know any others really that are in the process. The best match of the show, Cesaro and Tyson Kidd, the best tag team in the company at the moment, versus El Matadors, the Rays. Kidd and Cesaro work so well together, intertwining their moves seamlessly. They work so well. Their teamwork just is there instantly off day one. They've got a good chemistry, a good mix of styles together. and the Matadors showed what they can do as well. But we get the beautiful finish of the Powerbomb blockbuster. Fantastic. Keep up. Just push this tag team. They can be really good, smarmy heels, and Cesaro can then get launched off the end of this. The next match. I'm not usually a fan of squash matches, but this was done well. And it was against someone that doesn't really matter. Curtis Axel just has nothing going on at the moment. So it doesn't really do much to him to just get beaten up. Ambrose comes out and just, before the bell rings, is just laying into him, throwing him to the outside, beating him down, bam, double arm DDT or Duddy Deeds. And Ambrose is your winner, gets on a mic. He's definitely not getting paid by the hour for this. This is like a rush match, rush promo, but it's got his nice unstableness, but I really miss him. He seems to be exclusively on SmackDown now, which is, I think, detrimental to him, because he was like the biggest star, I give it like 2 months ago, and then they've just made his star plummet with this whole Bray Wyatt feud. Hopefully this will be over, this will lead to the end, and that match should be good on Monday Night Raw, and hopefully they can then go their separate ways. The Ascension come out, and they destroy new jobbers. This is what you need, 2 brand new people, and they are killing actual jobbers, not hurting teams that are established. Better way to do it, but 2 squash matches in a row. And your main event is a good match between Rusev and Roman Reigns. I think this, more than anything, this shows that Rusev is ready to be a top star. Roman Reigns still not quite there. He just has that little bit of sloppiness. He's not good at thinking on his feet, because at one point Rusev slipped off his shoulder, and I don't know if he was meant to, and he seemed to stumble a bit trying to think of what to do next. It just shows he's not ready for a main event spot. He is definitely the guy in the future. The crowd love him, but he really needs to get that wrestling ability behind him, or he will start getting a backlash, just like Batista did when he first won the title. We sort of started seeing more and more matches that he just wasn't there, his promos weren't there. We need to help him on his weaknesses, build them up, and then Roman Reigns is ready, but still he's not ready for a top spot yet. And of course, Reigns almost wins the match with a spear, but Big Show coming out earlier and getting Superman punched, recovers, pulls Reigns out and gets the beat down. So we're definitely going to have Big Show versus Reigns at the Royal Rumble. It's not exactly going to be a match that's going to help define Reigns' career. I think it'd be better off with a rivalry against Seth Rollins at the moment. I think that'd be a much better WrestleMania program, Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. I think that would do much better for him than him going anywhere near the title yet. Regardless, Reigns beats up the Big Show, tit for tat, pushes the table on him like Big Show did to him on Raw, and he's standing victorious, looking good, as he should. All in all, this was really not a great SmackDown. You had the Roman Reigns, Ryback, their stories sort of just got progressed a little bit, those rivalries a bit more cemented. Ambrose and Bray literally just said they're going to finish their rivalry Monday, and nothing else of note happened apart from having a really good match from people that aren't being pushed in Cesaro and Tyson Kidd, who are woefully underutilised and could be having a good storyline. You've got SmackDown. Don't bother just recapping all the other storylines. Just give the undercard some time. Then maybe you can make new stars to come up and then start becoming bigger stars. Because you had that string of injuries last year that really hurt the roster. If you build up other guys, then you've got potentials to come up. But there are a lot that you just can't see holding that title. And that's a shame. I can't really recommend this episode of SmackDown, but you can look at the highlights on their YouTube, or at least definitely watch the highlights of Cesaro and Tyson Kidd teaming up. Really good. That's all I've got to say. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the section below or on my Facebook page. And until next time, like, subscribe, and TTFN. Bye.